Back on IceTime.TV with Cardiff Devils head coach Andrew Lord after a pretty successful week, culminating with a victory against the Dundee Stars. And Andrew, up in commentary, we were speculating what you might give this week out of 10. You're always a perfectionist, but a good draw, road draw against Guildford in the Challenge Cup, a tough travel to Braehead, and a win you got there coming back tonight, putting this game away reasonably early, allowing you to rest some guys in the third. Good preparation?
Yeah, it was good. I thought it was solid. Obviously, the Guildford game, penalties really came back to bite us a little bit. It was unfortunate the way it ended there in the third, but it is what it is. And, you know, they came out real hard in the third as well, so credit to them. And I thought last night's game was a real key win for us. I know they're all equal. They all count for 2 points. But to go into that building, you know, they're playing much better. Braehead, they played with a lot of pace last night. I thought it was just a real great team win. Everyone bought in, blocking shots, to pull one out there. 1 goal win was great, and tonight it was definitely what I was hoping for, and it was nice for a change to get a big lead and get Merds in there and try to kill Rutkiss in the third, try to kill Pigs in the third. And yeah, we needed that. We needed to get Rutkiss some ice time. He looked great. And I was just very happy. I thought the guys played hard for a full 60.
Before we go on to talk about some of the players, I might be reading too much into this, but to ask you a question about coaching and you being back on the bench now. Last year I was watching you from the commentary box, and maybe you seemed a little agitated and wanted to be back on the ice. You seem very comfortable in your own skin on the bench right now, and it seems like you're in control. The guys are responding. Do you think that's had an effect on this winning streak?
Are you watching me or the game, John?
It's my job as the analyst, Andrew. I got to watch you occasionally.
I mean, I think anything, you get better at anything you practice and you do more. And I don't know if I was ever agitated last year. I think, you know, for however long I coach on a bench, I'll always want to play a little bit. I think that's any ex-player. It's different. You want to be involved, especially those high intense games that come down to the wire, and you see how hard the guys are working for each other and playing for each other. And no, I think I had a good off season. I think I looked at some areas where I could improve, and it's obviously taken a little longer than we had hoped to maybe get this situation. But now that we're getting healthy, it's presented an opportunity, and I think it's good. I think it's good either way. I think we have such a good foundation now. I think we have a lot of pieces in place. We got a great support staff. You know, we have a core group now that's been around for 3.5 years. They know what's expected. They expect that from themselves and each other, and we have a very good situation. And this is a fun time of year when you put the work in throughout the last 4 or 5 months, and to see it kind of all come together right now, it's great. At the same time, we got to keep our pedal down, or foot on the gas. All we've done is put ourselves in a position. That's really all it is, and we need to stay focused. The next month is going to tell a lot.
To start asking you about some of the players, and before we go on to some of the guys who were star guys tonight, can I ask you about someone who has become a little bit of an unsung hero? Bryce Richardson came in, and we don't mention him a whole lot on these interviews, but maybe fans make opinions on new signings pretty quickly, and you were talking to me about Bryce adapting to a new country. That guy is just pretty seamless right now, and must just be a joy for you to have on the bench and throw out in any number of situations. Yeah,
I fell for him early in the year, to be honest. Obviously, we had a little bit of a rocky start. I wouldn't call it too bad, but it wasn't, coming off almost winning a Grand Slam. It obviously scared some people, and I think people were surprised by the signing, some people, and I think a lot of people, or some anyway, didn't want him around early on, and I think he's proven his critics wrong and then some. And we knew what we were getting, and we've got it from day one. The work ethic, the attention to detail, the care, the passion. He's pretty much the smallest guy on the team. He's had 3 fights. And he's willing to do anything it takes to win. And yeah, I mean, he's one of those guys. You put him in the Richardson category, you put him in the Martin category as far as how he approaches the game, how he goes about his business day to day. And I can't speak more highly of him.
Patrick Asselin, we say in commentary, coming off that injury, it looks like he's returning to form where he's making nice plays around the net. He set up a beautiful goal in close proximity to the net last weekend. Tonight he dipsy-doodled around the netminder. Is that a good sign when he's making those plays in, tight into the net?
Yeah, I really felt the last couple weeks it was coming. Unfortunately, he had that injury there mid-season that I think really it just got him got him out of his rhythm. I think the last couple weeks it's been coming in glimpses, and this weekend, he was much more back to how he normally plays, with jam, with some flair. I think getting him back on the power play in a spot where he can really make some plays helps a lot. I like the line he's on right now, and they're starting to produce and look out. It's it's that guy's time of year right now. He's a winner through and through, and he's going to be a big key part going forward.
Talking about the power play, it's been stellar lately, particularly over the last couple of nights. A guy who maybe didn't get points on the board tonight but played an intrinsic role in some of the goals, Matthew Myers. He goes to the front of the net. He's a bull. He's difficult to move. He draws coverage towards him. Just a good weapon to have on the power play. Yeah,
I think we all know what he brings. I think the whole league does. Face-offs, net front, battling. A good 200-foot hockey player. A great guy. He's a fun guy. He keeps our room loose, and I think he's really earned it. Not only this season but over the years. Maybe being a Brit doesn't always get first look, but he certainly proved it to us and our organization what he brings, and he takes up a lot of room in front of the net. He recovers pucks very well. Obviously the face-offs on the power play are huge, and I think he really opens up some space for some of our crafty guys like a Patrick Asselin, and it's been working for a while now.
So I'm not going to name the whole roster, but just to finish on a couple of guys who you touched on earlier. Pickett, man of the match tonight. He's been helping you out on the bench, back in the lineup, brings energy, scores a nice goal. And Thomas Rutkiss, he had a lot of shifts in the third period. I think you were just throwing him out there, double shifting him, but he earned his ice time, and not just offensively, defensively, he seems to get himself on the right side of the puck as well.
Yeah, we all know about Pigs, and I genuinely think Pigs' game's really improved the last couple seasons, and he's been huge. Let's not forget losing Josh Batch now for what's been a couple weeks was a big blow for us, and he's filled in great. He's given us some quality minutes. He's allowed us to, play four lines, maybe not all the time, but a lot of the time. And he brings so much energy, so much passion, and he gets the boys going, and he's a huge piece. And again, Rudder, definitely wanted to get him in the mix more lately, but league title, the regular season being the league title isn't all that great for development, let's be honest. And we got to pick and choose our spots, and tonight was one of those. And man, he played great for a guy that basically sat on the bench for 2 periods. He had his feet going, he had his hands going. He's playing the right way, and it's a long way to go to get to this level. But it's a good, maybe first or second step, and we'll use this now as a stepping stone to more.
And just finally, Andrew, I know you've done it once already this week in a stellar performance on the Cardiff Devils Christmas video, but any message for the Devils fans at Christmas? It's a tough time for you over the holiday season, but what's your message to the fan?
I think I've done enough messages. I'll keep this one short and sweet. Thanks so much for the amazing support so far. It's going to be a great second half. We're all looking forward to it. Really looking forward to seeing you guys on the 26th. Make sure you're bringing your noise like you normally do. And in the meantime, Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. We'll see you soon.
Andrew, Merry Christmas to you from IceTime.TV. Thanks for joining us as ever.
Thanks.